Welcome back. I got a use case where we are not able to reproduce the production bug in the sandbox environment. So we thought of cloning the entire traffic coming into the production to the sandbox, and we wanted to debug the production issues and test the fix and apply the fix on the sandbox environment. So we were searching for some tool uh, for this use case, and finally we found a TCP mirror, and it was very useful, and we fixed the our production environment bug. However, there is I couldn't find enough document on the YouTube for this, so I thought of sharing this video so that other people will benefit it, right? Let's go to the installation. So in this diagram, the online server is my production server. All live customer is coming into this web application. Okay, where I am having the some bug, the workflow is not working properly. And this is my target server. You can call it as a sandbox, where I am going to mirror all my live traffic to this target server. And this target server has the same application as an online server, and the bug on the online can also be available on the sandbox or target server. That is the idea. And what is a assistant server? Say example, if connections are made by client, and the data is processed on the production server, and the processed data again get back to the client. This is the workflow, right? So the sandbox environment also does the same thing, like the process the duplicate data, and since the source packet is from the client itself, so it again the target server or a sandbox server again send the data to the client. So we don't want to do that, and it will create a confusion in the network layer. So what we are doing is, when we are mirroring the packet here, we are changing the source header of the packet pointing to the assistant server. So whenever the traffic clone traffic come to the target server, and the data after processing the data, since the source header is pointed to the assistant servers, it will acknowledge to the assistant server rather than acknowledging to the actual client. So this is the whole idea on this architecture. Okay, so on the online server, which is a production server, so we are running the TCP copy application. On the target server, we are not running any application, just routing table is needed here, and open the firewall, right? Third, assistant server, so we are going to install on intercept package, and some IP tables rule, right? All right, let me walk in through the change. The order will be like that: target server. So target server, it has only the routing table. The route is for 10 networks. I will cover why 10 network. You can use any network, but in this example I am using convert 10 network, and the gateway is 168.2.150, so which is nothing but your assistant server, right? Second, the configuration is on the interceptor host, which is nothing but assistant servers. So where I am running the interceptor process. So installation is very simple and straightforward, and you can download the intercept packages in the link I pasted in the description box, right? So the TCP rule is for the port which the original production server is running on. So it is 80, and we have given here port range. It is enough to have 80 only, but it is not a bad thing to give a range of port, so that we can use it later for that. Okay, so next is actually the TCP copying itself. This is the actual main code which is mirroring your production traffic to your sandbox server. Okay, Here it has a TCP process you need to start. The command is TCP copy uh, 80 port, so which is a source port, and this is a target server IP address and the target server port, right? So next, the hyphen s is the interceptor host. So the interceptor host is nothing but your assistant server, and next is your broadcast or subnet you provided in the routing table, right? So 10.10.10.x minus c. So you can go through the manuals help. You can see these options. Okay. So next is the log directories you wanted to capture, right? So the actual command will be like this. Source port is 80 and 151. 151 is nothing but your target server, and next source port, you mean S is the assistant server, and next is C is something like when you mirror the traffic, and the packet source header will be changed like as if coming from the 10.10. Network, so that this 10.10 network is reachable via the assistant server, and assistant server will acknowledge on behalf of client. So that is the background process. Okay, the use case I already told it. The use case is I wanted to mirror my production traffic into the sandbox and test my bug on the sandbox and environment. So let me take it to the practical. Yes. So we have three servers. This is sandbox. This is a production server. We are running TCP copy, and third one is interceptor host. Here I am having a web application Apache running on port 80. So I will tail my log tail if /var log httpd access log. Okay. Um, Next here I am running Apache, and so what I am running here is just a curl call using AB, and hitting my production web servers, and now I am not seeing any traffic on the target server, right? So here if I see where log uh, httpd cat access dot log, I will put tail, right? So I can see yeah, some traffic 200 requests coming to these production servers, right? So next is my intercept host. So let's do the change now. uh, First I need to route the table, right? So I will add this here, right? So now I also see IP tables -al is flushed out. So root -n, yeah, I have this rule 10 network 150, right? So next is process is interceptor process. First I need to run this IP tables. Next I need to run this intercept command, right? So next intercept is ready, and the logs will be available in this directory itself. Yeah, done. You can see the logs tail -f, right? So next I need to start the TCP ps-f create TCP. Now TCP process is running. So before that, after installation, I will export the path, right? So TCP will by default install here. When you install using configure, right, you can choose the path also. So this is the exact command I have to run, right. So next you need to check the process is running. No, the process is not running at all. So we'll check the logs. Okay, I have a wrong command 55, right? So I will change it. Here it is assistant server is 150. Sorry for that. Uh, Here I need to change the 150. Right? Now I will start. It will start, I guess. Yes, it started, and then you can, yeah, connected to remote host. Now the TCP mirroring is active. So assume that now traffic is coming to the production server. So I am making a call using AB tool. Uh, yeah, right. So now you can see the traffic coming, right? So this is because of your TCP mirroring only. So the same client request will come here, right? Okay. So next, if I see the access log here, if you see the source is 120 itself, which is same host itself, right? Whereas here the source is 10.10.1. So now you got that, right? So why is 10.10.1? So here in this documentation, so we have told it like change the source header to 10.10. So the 10.10 dot is header where it got changed here, and for that source header all the acknowledgements are done by the interceptor host, which is assistant server. So without the assistant process and the TCP copy, it won't work anything, right? So next I will give a call from this host. Let me do that. How it is coming uh, let me give the call. Yeah, so call let me get access log. Yeah, so as if it is now the source IP is 150, which is the traffic coming from here. So now if we check that tail, so let's say now is it is coming from like 10.10.2. This call is made by this interceptor host, but since we were modifying the source header into the 10 series, so uh, the log will also show like that. So this way we can mirror your production traffic to the sandbox for your web application, and you can debug the workflow. Thanks for watching. So keep post the questions if you have, and yeah, see you in next video. Bye.